Hey AD, and welcome to my home. We are taking up residence right now in the, I don't want to disclose the location, but we are in the tri-state area. It is just the best time of year for me as a big-footed person. I'm able to keep myself disguised still with some of this foliage cover. However, I get to really enjoy the place I live, which is why I do what I do and why I have worked so consistently my entire life. Come on. Oh, sometimes that happens. As someone who has been hunted, has been, quite frankly, mythologized my entire life, I've had a lot to reckon with as a person and as a Bigfoot. And getting out here, getting to see the leaves change, getting to see some bird watchers even sometimes, get to just, give them a little spook, give them a show, give them what they've been waiting for their entire lives, to be quite honest, because I'll tell you one thing, these bird watchers are perverts. So I'm gonna bring you over to one of my favorite parts of my house right here. And this is gonna be the Great Lakes. This is where I like to look out. I like to, occasionally I'll catch a duck to eat, a goose if they have them. I do enjoy the taste of swans from time to time. I think that's very festive in some situations. Doing all that though, doing that kind of brings me back to my roots. It gets me in touch with my heritage. And, I like to think that my father would be very proud of me to see where I live today. So it makes me, it does kind of make me a little bit emotional. And I always tell myself when I do projects like this that I'm not going to get emotional, I'm not going to cry, but sometimes I can't help myself because I'm such a big blubber baby, and it just, the waterworks start working right away. I forgot to mention, I got my hands done. Look at that, non-invasive, that's just injections. 4 doctors advised me not to get this procedure done. I think they were all wrong because the one that said yes just did an amazing job. I feel like I look petite, I look tiny, I look just like I did back in the 80s. I don't consider myself a fairly high maintenance individual. I like my things, I like my stuff, and I like them to look nice. And this is one of my favorite trees in my house. I just think this is just about gorgeous. Right over here is usually where some hikers will pass by. I just pluck them up like buttered popcorn. I've been doing WW, I've been doing Weight Watchers for a couple of years now, and I gotta say, I've been watching that weight stay exactly the same since 2015. I'm an emotional eater. I've gone to therapy for it. I've gone to curves. I'm starting to think it dates back to my childhood. I think it's a childhood trauma situation that I have yet to unearth. We are heading down just this gorgeous pathway. Almost took off my wig. Oh. And this is what you have to watch out for in the woods is you could be concussed in about 25 seconds. And trust me, I have found myself on the wrong end of a tree trunk several times a week. So one thing about me, I'm painfully shy. I have, despite being an entertainer. Oh, it has thorns. Oh, it has thorns. Oh my gosh. They told me I should get into figure skating back in the 70s. I didn't have the core strength for something like that, although I could still give myself a little, I'm no Yamaguchi. If Mothman wants to tell his story, he should tell his story, but I'm going to tell my side of it because that's how life is. There's 2 sides to every single story. See, this is my problem. This is why I can't have too many pets, because someone is tossing my office chair on the ground over there. And that's not how I like it, because I do a lot of my writing over there. I work on screenplays. It's a passion. I haven't gotten anything made ever. As an introvert, as one of history's most famous recluses, I have been known to spend a lot of time on my own. And that's why, as we know, I never had children. I never got married. I'm still looking for the right Mrs. Right. If you see her, let me know. My mother still has hope for me, as is my sister and her husband and their little kids. So if you see the right woman around in the woods, please give her my name, because Mr. Bigfoot is lonely at night sometimes and he could really use a partner. Right over here is where I met George W. Bush in '04. I think someone's coming quickly. I'm not the spring chicken I used to be. I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is a gorgeous tree. And I have to say, I want you to look at this for a second. That's why I believe in God. because that didn't happen by accident. That is our Savior, Jesus Christ. You got to look around a place like this and you got to see Jesus Christ. I forgot to warn you, hun. We have been walking through poison ivy this entire time, and you are wearing very short shorts. You ever read this one? Holes, Louis Satcher. For breakfast, I start with 2 hard-boiled eggs, and then for lunch, I have 3 omelets. I resent the name Sasquatch. Who the came up with that shit? I mean, let's look at the feet. Let's look at the feet, for example. Let's ask the audience. The Abominable Snowman has been just an absolute to me my entire career. I have never felt safe or comforted or solidarity with the Abominable Snowman. And let's not get started on the Yeti. She got that cup named after her. She has acted different ever since. Stanley reached out to me back in the day, a 360 endorsement deal. I said absolutely not. I said absolutely not, because I don't believe in endorsing anything I don't believe in, and I have never drank water in my entire life. All right, my time here is done. I have to go play Mancala with Slender Man. See you later, babies. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.